Okay, so I keep getting messages from haters that are saying I live off my wife's social security disability, and apparently my son, I get money from him for disability. Okay, so this is on the record. Are you ready? Okay, I can't lie. This is on the record. I applied for Social Security disability. My wife applied, rather, and she was turned down. The reason why, not that it's any of your business, but I'm tired of these people making these accusations. You know, it's like I don't get any money from my wife. Listen to me. She stopped working at a certain date. Okay, because it's a long story. She wasn't feeling well at the time. We didn't know it was cancer, but she stopped working at a certain date. And apparently, the rules of Social Security disability is that even though my wife did work well over like 12, 13 years, in the New York Stock Exchange and law firms, they have these rules that if you stop working at a certain date, you do not qualify for Social Security disability. We appealed it, and they just keep telling us the same thing. And every lawyer that we went through, and isn't it sick how terrible that is? Social Security. That here's a woman who's paid her taxes, worked a very long time, did everything right, and now in her time of need, that she has stage 4 breast cancer, they don't give her Social Security disability. Okay, confirm this. Tell them.
That's true.
Come here. Come closer. Do you
Not that it's
receive?
anyone's
Do you
business,
receive
but
that? You don't receive those Social
no.
Security disability. Okay, so once again, to these haters, it's not true. And I do not receive any type of financial aid. I purposely don't want my son to be categorized, okay, in that way. I protect him, okay, because I want him to have a normal life. I want him to have a happy life.
It's none of these people's business.
I know it's none of their business, but the point is, I do not receive checks from the government for my wife or for my son. This is nonsense, okay? This is nonsense. And once again,
Get a life.
get a
Seriously.
life, right?
The
You're,
beast has spoken. Get a life.
who spoke?
The beast.
Don't say that about yourself.
I don't give
You're
a
not a
rat's
beast.
ass.
See, you affect the poor girl
No, nobody
because
wants.
of Lou. Because Lou said
I
that she's a wildebeest.
I don't
Okay,
care what anybody has to say
you are
about
not.
me.
Listen, to me,
I
you are.
know who I am. I
You're
care.
beautiful.
I
You're
don't care.
beautiful.
I don't care. You think I care what any of these people think of me?
I understand that, but don't. My point to you is this: listen to me. These people are life's losers. Don't let them bother you. They don't bother me.
They don't bother me.
Okay.
It's none of their business about our life.
I understand, but the reason why I want them to understand this is because, listen to me, they try to paint the picture of me, okay, that I'm this like government dependent. Let me tell you something.
Bullshit.
I've lived my whole life where I took care of everything, me. You understand? Whether you want to accept this or not. How long have I been in sales, Jennifer?
Oh my God.
I'm always doing
You,
something.
what, 20 over 20
I have
years?
every license you could imagine. Real estate, life insurance. Listen to me. I've done every sale you could imagine. You understand? So look, you want to paint a picture of me of something that's not true. You want to paint a picture of me that I'm this government dependent person. You want to paint a picture of me that my father left me all this money.
Okay.
He didn't leave me nothing. It all went to his grandchildren. Okay, it all went to his grandchildren. And if you knew my father, you would know he wouldn't give me any money.
Oh,
My father disapproved of my whole life. All right, I say that every day. My father called me, Rich, where are you today? L&B, pizza, where are you at? John's Deli. He thought I was a psycho the way I eat. Every day, I'm always eating. You did. I actually had this lunatic, Jennifer, who said that my father provided me with money to eat out. My father would not give me a dime. Listen to me.
why are
My
people
father would not give me a
doing
dime
this
to
to
eat
me?
out. You think that my father would be in approval of me spending $300 to $400 on a dinner? My father was a very conservative guy that stood at
Oh my
home.
God.
He cooked his own pasta. You understand? He'd buy the $2 pasta, cook it, and that's it. Maybe on a good day, he make himself a meatball. Listen to me. He was a completely different person than me. He worked in the fire department. He was a very conservative person. I am not a conservative person. I am an excessive person. I spend money like a psychopath. Okay, casinos, restaurants. I live like Caesar, like the Don. I live like Caesar. My father and me were two completely different people. But it's like you're trying to make it seem like I'm this dependent person.
Yeah.
We are not dependent people. I made my money. I invested my money in other things besides AMC and GameStop. I don't want to keep repeating myself. I've set aside cash. I've set aside a safe deposit box, and I continue to make money. I don't have to explain myself to any of you.
Oh,
Okay. But I
don't.
will say this. I am definitely no, how can I say this? Dependent person. You know who I depend on? Me.
Mm-hmm.
That's who I depend
Can't
on.
depend on
I
nobody.
depend on myself.